Yo, yo, what up? What's poppin'? Top of the top. What's up, family? How y'all doing this morning? It's Thursday already. Y'all see how fast time be flying. This shit be going quick. What's good, though, this morning, y'all? Hopefully, everybody's feeling good this morning. Everybody's straight. Y'all know how we do another day. Salute, Jay Goodbar. What up, Wax Dog? What up, Wax? What's poppin'? Y'all know what's up, man. Good morning, Carlene. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Danielle Walker. Good to see you. Hopefully feeling good this morning. What's up, Miss 420? Good morning. What's up, Lexi? Good morning. I saw you in here early, Miss Lexi. I saw you. ASAP Auto, what's up, bro? Good morning, everybody. I know the rest of y'all going to be here. Shout out to the replay game. What's up, Nevin Reed? And Nevin Reed, it's time for you to get an avatar. Like I said, y'all got to put your picture on there, but y'all need avatars because you look like trolls. That's what had that misunderstanding yesterday. I want to apologize to SW too. SW, I'm sorry if I came off too aggressive, but sometime when them blank pages start looking like trolls when you start texting too much, and just so happened SW, it is a troll that got your letters of your name and the same kind of icon, that purple dot or whatever. So that's why I be telling my people it's good to have avatar when you in the chat, so I won't take you for a troll. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, we're gonna be talking about it today. Y'all know how I do, but today I'm just gonna cruise today. I ain't gonna turn up too much. I'm gonna just be regular. I'm gonna be regular degular. I'm just gonna cruise. We're gonna take a look at some things on how these dudes be lying. But we already know that, but we're gonna talk about, because it's trending, right? So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about how Puff, aka Diddy, him and Mase beefing again, but it ain't they beefing. Diddy said some disturbing things, and what I mean is this man straight lied on a Breakfast Club. He always lying, but this man told a whole bunch of lies, and he called Mase a fake pastor. Now I ain't got nothing to say about Diddy when who called him Mase a fake pastor, but this man Diddy try to turn around and say Mase owe him money. That's the part I'm talking about. That man know he lying. He need to stop that. And so we're going to take a look at how Diddy is lying and how he always be lying and how these dudes be playing games. I'm going to show y'all that. And like I told you, these old heads are back trending again magically. And we're going to get into that. I'm also going to talk about how they saying that Cardi B broke up the Migos. They saying the whole breakup is over Cardi B. That's what they saying, but I'm not saying it's true. That's all alleged. That's what they saying. And we're going to talk about that on how, people fall apart every day. Sometimes it's for growth. Sometimes it's just for elevation. And sometimes it's just for personal gain. And sometimes some people do come in between brothers and infiltrate. Sometimes people do come between sisters and infiltrate. So we're going to talk about a little bit of that. And I got a whole bunch of other stuff to talk about. We got some more updates. We got some more updates on the flood and how people still down there dying and people still ain't getting no help. And they got brown water. See? And don't forget, Mississippi still got brown water too. So you see the work that's going on. Don't forget what they got going on behind the scenes. That's why all this other stuff going on. But anyway, we're going to talk about a few things. So anyway, today is Thursday. Y'all already know that. Episode 281, Funnel Fang Live. This is what I do every day about this time. So anyway, a lot of things are changing, and I know y'all can tell. Things are slowing up. Things are slowing up, I'm telling you. And I'm going to talk about some other things. But anyway, let's get into it. Puffy lies on Mase. Cardi B broke up the Migos. Now, remind you, his name ain't Puffy no more. That's why this man rebranded himself. Like, even if you put Puffy in Google, Puffy, it ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's everything don't come up under Puffy. That's why they be changing their names. He got Puffy, he got Puff Daddy, he got Diddy, and now he going by the name of Love. Every time he changes his name, it's like he might have took out a new trademark on that name to create a new bag. And he's also trying to get away from his past. But the internet is undefeated, and we're going to take a look at how Puffy got on the stage, the Breakfast Club, and straight up lied on Mase and said Mase owed him money when the whole time he been taking Mase money. But we're going to talk about these two-tongued snakes because it's a lesson within all of this. How these people have been lying to our face forever, and they still keep lying. You know why they keep lying? Because they think people really care about them. In actuality, a lot of us, we don't care. So let's go. Now, mind you, back in the days, a lot of people used, man, I'm gonna just be solid, man. Like in my hood, people I was around, we used to think these two dudes were suspect anyway. And that's why I say sometimes it seems like these dudes be having lovers quarrels. But I ain't gonna disrespect them like that because it ain't about that. We gonna talk about how these dudes be playing games and they be lying. That's what we gonna talk about. So let's take a look at this. Now, Diddy was on the Breakfast Club. He said Mase owed him $3 million, and he called Mase a fake pastor. He called Mase a con artist. But this how they used to be. See? Look at that dance Puffy doing in the back with his hand on his hip. See, we used to think there was a joke. We used to laugh at them shiny suits. This is around the same time when Busta Rhymes started dancing and doing suspect things and wearing tight shirts. Man, you gotta do your research. You gotta go back into history. When you go back into 98, 99, 97, you're gonna start seeing that's when a lot of this behavior started coming in the game anyway. They was putting subliminal messages and stuff back then. But my point is, nobody really took them serious anyway. And even it was admitted that Big didn't like Mase. Maybe he felt like Mase was suspect. Who knows? What up, Nate the Great, John Shav, Kim? What's up, family? J.E., I see y'all. Y'all know I'm here early. Something like that. Anyway, we already knew that these dudes was not solid like that. We already knew that. But they made good music. But you got to also remember, Puffy made most of his money off doing remixes. And he was getting credit for being a producer. But he wasn't really doing nothing. He was putting stuff together. He was doing his work, but he wasn't doing everything. He had a whole lot of help. But the point is, we're going to talk about this, and we're going to take a look at how this man told outright lies. Check it out. Diddy has claimed Mase owed him millions of dollars, not the other way around. Because mind you, Mase been saying that Diddy owed him some bread. But now Diddy's saying that Mase owed him money. Anyway, check it out. He's saying that Mase owed him money, not the other way around. During his visit to the Breakfast Club on Wednesday, the bad boy boss attempted to clear up the narrative or remix the narrative that he stole money from artists who were signed to his label. Puff claimed he never took nothing from nobody. You see, man said, I never took nothing from nobody a day in my life. And Maury said that was a lie and expressed his disdain for thieves, allegedly. Because Puffy be trying to sue people. I ain't got time for that. He then specifically addressed Mase, who he claimed owes him $3 million. He also called the Harlem World rapper a fake pastor. Now, he might be right on that part, but he also accused him of being a con artist, referencing rumors he stole money from his former church. So Diddy is saying that Mase stole money from the church. I don't know about that part, so I ain't gonna speak on that. Hey, that's alleged right there. I don't know. This with a lie coming at right here, y'all. And this man Diddy is funny. He tell outright lies because he feel like we in a new generation, a new time, and he's trying to change the narrative so young people coming up don't remember history and don't know history. He can finesse them. Now check it out. I did one album with Mase. One album. How much money do you think I owe this guy? He said. One album. And then he became a fake pastor and went and conned people. And then y'all gonna let him throw dirt on God's name. Wow. You see how this man Puff try to come at Mase? So I'm telling you, I'm about to break this down quick. Check it out. Now, boom. He said he did one album with Mase. That's a lie. And then he trying to say he don't owe Mase no money. I'm pretty sure that's a lie too. Then he said he's a fake pastor and said he went on to con people. And he said, and y'all gonna let him throw dirt on God's name. But Puffy, you play with God's name all the time. Now let's take a look back. Let's go back into history real quick. Let's go back into history because people got a short memory. This is Mase's album right here. This is his first album, Harlem World. This is the one album Puffy's talking about they did. As you see the record sales, 4 million sold, 4,400,000. Do you see that? That's platinum. That's 4-time platinum, almost 5-time platinum. Do you know how much money that is? Well, just put in your mind. Let's just say he owed Mase $1,000 off each record. Let's just say that. Let's say he owed him $1. Let's say he owed Mase 50 cents off each album. Get it? He still owed Mase at least $2 million. Check it out. Now, he claims he only did 1 album with this man. But see, I'm a master of the rap game. I told you I know my rap history. So when I heard that, I said, why is this boy lying like this? Now let's check it out. This is Mase's second album, Double Up, 1999. He dropped it right after this. This is the album he dropped and then he retired, right when it was coming out. So he did you 2 albums. What's the record sales? 500,000. You know what that is? That's gold. This is why I told y'all. This is why they with the streaming games, that shit don't mean nothing. When it was about selling them albums, that was real money because each album went from at least $10 to $20, depending on if it was a tape or a CD. So all you got to do, common sense, if that's 4.5 million, just times it by 10. That's how much money he made off that. Times it by 15, times it by 20. That's how much money he made off that. And that ain't counting the publishing. So he talking about he owe that man. Now you owe that man some bread. Stop playing. Now you might not owe him what he want, but you can't sit him and say you don't owe Mase no money. Come on, Puff, you need to stop it. So you looking suspect, Puff, because you got to remember, just the other day, Young, you know, Puffy be dealing with Young Miami from City Girls, and the other day, Young Miami baby father Southside called Diddy broke. Now I ain't gonna say Diddy broke. I don't know, but I know they do play with numbers. But he act broke the way he don't like paying people. That's what I'm saying. So as you see right here, he said he only did 1 album with this man. This is the second album right here. Now why the hell would he lie? Because he feel like people stupid, and he feel like a lot of people forgot history. You know what I'm saying? So just check it out. Mase went gold. You got to remember back then, if you went gold, that was considered a good album. You know, nowadays people might sell 150,000, and they said Mase sold on this album right here. They say he sold 300,000 his first week. And y'all know Mase was hot and got a lot of classics, but this is the second album right here when he retired. When he retired and became a pastor. But Puff he gave Bad Boy that album, so he didn't say we only did 1 album and it did good. Yeah, we did a second album, but it wasn't that good. It didn't sell as much. He could have said that, but this man said that he only did 1 album with the man. So I'm just showing you how Puff be straight lying. Diddy be straight lying with a straight face. And he be the main one talking about God. Am I lying? He the main one always talking about God. You don't believe me? Look, we're going to take a look at Puff and how he the main one always praising God and talking about God. And it's about love. And I love my people. And God this and God that. He the main one always talking that talk. So that's why nobody take Diddy serious. Check him out. He the main one portraying to be God. You know what I'm saying? They always use God's name in vain. But at the end of the day, he's the con artist. Now, when he called Mase a con artist, I can't say Mase a con artist. I mean, if Mase did his thing, I'm just saying a con artist is a con artist. But then sometimes it take one to know one. But you a con artist, Diddy. I'm gonna be real. You the con artist. You're the king of finesse. You dig? And it said that you don't like paying people. And it seemed like everybody that was signed a Bad Boy ended up doing bad after that. That's all I'm saying. So check it out. This nigga's a straight liar. Now look, check it out. Double Up is the second studio album by Harlem rapper Mase, released in 1999 and distributed by Bad Boy Records. The album sold 350,000 its first week. Do you see the lies? Do you understand that rappers nowadays cannot sell 350,000 in 1 week? And this is when they was paying cash. See how Diddy lied about owing that man money? See that? That's 2 albums right there. This man say he only did 1 album. He think people are stupid. Mind you, this the same man told you vote or die. Remember? And you voted, more people died, and what changed? All we know is he only come around when it's time to push something. Like right now, he got the new entity, Love Records. And this is why Diddy is going on tour, making his runs, and he claims he's trying to get his name back in order. Because he's saying that basically throughout the years, people have been playing with his name. So Diddy is allegedly trying to restore his name back in order. So this is why he called himself going on this campaign. But my point is, this man is telling outright lies. Like, do they think people that stupid, or do they just think they're going to keep tricking the new generation? That's why I do what I do, because like I said, right, we got tricked. But I'm not gonna sit back and watch the younger generation just get lied to and finesse. And I'm not on my watch. I'm gonna say something. Like I said, I ain't hating on nobody. I'm not trying to stop nobody money, but I'm gonna give an alternative of what's real. That's all I'm saying. So Diddy is a liar about a lot of things. Now we're gonna take a look at Diddy, and we're gonna take a look at something else. Check this out. Y'all remember this? That's what I was talking about. Remember in the pandemic when everybody got on lockdown, it seemed like all of them had to do this ritual. They had to show their gray hairs and their gray beard. So that's just another thing of showing you that it ain't nothing wrong with dyeing your hair. But I'm just showing you how these type of dudes, man, they always shape shifting, trying to change it up, and they don't want to play the background. They don't want to let somebody else shine. He want to still shine. Old man, you feel me? Let's just be real. Look, I'm gonna be real. You've been doing your thing since back then. You done jerked a lot of people. You got paid. A lot of people died around you, all type of stuff. And you still try to come out. You still all in the camera. But you really an old man, bro. You old. Remember they did the ritual, all of them was showing their gray hair? That was a ritual they had to do. Remember? All of them was showing their grays. Look at Anthony Anderson. You see? That was when Hollywood got shut down and all of them had to be humbled. And this is really when they was showing you that in reality, these people are nobody. Without the makeup, without the tricks of the camera, these people are regular people. That's what they were showing you when all this was taking place. But now they back up again. Mind you, you got to remember this too. Remember, this right when Pop Smoke died, this when the streets had really took over. Remember how the rap game was all about the youth and the streets and all these streaming artists, half the artists that were trending during it. You got to remember that. All of the artists that started trending in the beginning of the pandemic, I'm talking 2020, all of them died before this year. Every rapper that was hot, they either dead or they getting blackballed as we speak. See, when people talk about the baby blackball, you got to remember the baby only blew up in the pandemic. Half of these rappers only blew up in the pandemic, y'all. The past 2 years, we was in the house and had to keep hearing the same music over and over and over again. Now you see what? All the old rappers coming back out. You just seen Trina get an award. You see Fat Joe, Wu-Tang, Nas. I'm telling you, they throwing us back 30 years again. This is why they got to come out and do their job of distracting and deceiving. Now, I just wanted to show you, this is when they all got broke down to reality. Then check it out. Oh, yeah, we ain't going to forget about Sean. And we've even seen Sean bow down to that, man. I ain't got no more respect for Sean. Sean is a clown, too. Anyway, I want to show y'all something. This is the main thing I want to show y'all. I'm going to show you how they was lying. I'm going to show you how they played a race game. I'm going to show you how they played a democratical game and want you to vote Democrat. Meanwhile, they got other agendas for their own self. But I'm going to show you something. Now, check this out. What is this right here? What do you see right here? Now, let's ask the question. Was Trump racist back then? Does that look like a racist man? Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying Trump loved black people, but I understand that he's an arrogant New Yorker, and you got to understand arrogant New Yorkers. He's from Queens, and he's a rich New Yorker from Queens, and they don't care about nobody but money at the end of the day. And you got to remember something about history, especially about rap history. A lot of rappers dealt with Trump. A lot of rappers love to stay in his lavish hotels. And Trump will roll out the red carpet for a lot of these entertainers. But you got to understand, just check it out. Look at Diddy. I want to show you the shapeshifter. The one that'll tell you vote or die Democrat. And then when Trump come out, he'll promote all this hate. I'm not just saying hate, but I'm just trying to show you how they play the game. They'll tell you this, that, and the third. But when he see Trump, he going to shake his hand and smile on his face. Say, how you doing? That's what they all do. See that? Let's look at this blurry picture they try to blurry online. Who's this? Trump, Puffy, and who? Mr. Russell Simmons. That's why Russell Simmons had to run, because he know Trump ain't going to play with him. Because You see them allegations come up on him, and he got up out of here. The same way I told you Trump had beef with Bill Cosby. What happened to Bill Cosby? Them charges came up on Bill Cosby. But my point is this. I just want to show you the hypocrites. Because this one, it was cool to stand next to Trump. See? Does that man look racist? Did Puff feel like he was racist? Didn't? I'm just showing you. I'm showing you how these niggas be lying. I'm not co-signing nobody. I'm just showing you something. Because niggas be forgetting history. See that? Lil Jon. Was everybody calling him racist then? Ja Rule. That's an old picture. Look at Trump smiling. See that? I just want to show y'all something. I'm just going to show you how these dudes be lying, making up shit. Whatever they got to do to sway your opinion, they'll tell you one thing and then they do something totally different. They'll say F Trump so you won't get, you know what I'm saying, none of the things that he got to offer, and then they're going to go hanging with him behind the scenes. And this ain't the co-sign Trump. I'm just going to make it real simple. I asked y'all this before. All you got to do is look at from 2016, when he was in office, I bet you most of y'all was doing good, or they ain't had no major problems like you got now. The country was going in a certain direction. The country was kind of straight for a couple of years. I'm gonna be real. And I ain't saying it's all because of Trump, but just so happened he was in office. But I'm just saying, I'm showing you how these niggas be talking smack, talking all this racism, trying to sway your opinion, but behind the scenes, man, they be smiling in these people's face. So as you see Trump with Ja Rule. So I'm showing you, this ain't no coincidence. This ain't just he taking pictures for clout. These dudes was running, they was showing him love. They was dealing business with him. They was breaking bread with Trump. You know, Trump was rolling out red carpets for them. See that? Who else? Bingo. Snoop. Remember when Snoop tried to make them albums about dissing Trump? You see how all these dudes are the main ones trying to put he racist in your head. It was the entertainers, because the entertainers work for who? You figure it out. I just wanted to show you how all of them that was campaigning against him, the whole time they was already cool with him. So I done showed you different levels. I done showed you the top West Coast rapper. I done showed you Ja Rule in his prime. I could have showed a whole bunch of, I could have showed you 50 Cent with Trump. I could have went to the 80s, showed you him with Magic Johnson and the rest of them. Trump always been around black people. What are you talking about? But they made like he was some type of super KKK member. He just used a promotional gimmick and got all them Confederate people to follow him. Or should I say, they jumped on his bandwagon and thought he was racist. But anyway, who cares? I just wanted to show you that these dudes are frauds. And Diddy is a hypocrite. He is a con artist. So when he called Mase a con artist, it take one to know one. Diddy, you a con artist too. So what are you talking about? Because you said one album. You said you only owe Mase for one album. Y'all only did, he said, matter of fact, he said Mase owed him $3 million and they only did one album. So we see right here, you did this album right here. It made a lot of money. You went platinum damn near 5 million times. So how the hell that man owe you money? You recouped it already. Then for two, you did 2 albums. And this went gold. So you recouped the money. And you call this man a con, you're the con artist. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Mase might have finessed the church. You finessed the rap game. That's it. And let's take a look back. I'm gonna take a look back. Remember when you brought out, remember you brought out that Sean John? Yeah, but you knew Biggie had that clothing line Brooklyn Mint coming out first. You knew that, didn't you? You ain't had no clothes out back then. When Biggie died, you had your brand come out, didn't you? And you and Mase look real tight right here, don't y'all? See? Shapeshifter, double talking, snake. Con artist. That's all you is, Diddy. I'm being real. I know you got your people online and all that. Who cares? You feel me? I'm just showing you. These dudes are frauds. Straight frauds. You can't get no more fraud than this dude. You feel me? Because this the real Diddy right here. This the real Diddy. Right here. So if he ain't color the top of that head, you'll see the real Diddy. And I ain't knocking nobody that color their grays, all right? I'm just making a point that these dudes, they don't be who they say they are. Like none of the time. None of the time. Their whole game is based on deceivement. That's how they eat, and that's how they conquer your brain. Like I said, look at Diddy skinning and grinning in Trump face and his white face. See that? See? That's why I said the internet undefeated, man. God bless the internet. Yeah, just showing y'all, man. This dude lying. So what's the point? The point is, this man lied about Mase only doing one album. We just seen he did 2. Then he lied and said Mase owed him money when we see that album made a lot of money, and we know Mase had already left, and we know you ain't pay that man's money after he left, and we know once he left, you still made money off that album. So on that point, that's why I say, Diddy, you might be a liar. You're a finesser, you're a capper puff. That's what it is, all right? But boom. And guess what? You don't represent black people, you represent yourself. So that's all I'm saying, right? Yeah, y'all remember he hated on, man, he did a whole lot. That man hated on Drake. Man, I ain't got time for this dude and his stuff, man. But I'm just showing you this dude is a fraud. If you don't know that by now. But like I said, if I hear a lie, and I know it's a lie, I'm going to say something. So this man straight lied. He straight lied on this man. Like I said, album number 1, almost 5-time platinum. Album number 2, it only went gold. But the thing is, Mase recouped his money. And you owe that man. That's just a fact. So if you so rich, if Puff, you a billionaire, what's so hard to pay people their money? They ain't gonna hurt you. But a lot of these dudes play the number game and they don't be built like the way they say they built. And a lot of times they got so many corporations and white people in their pocket, they don't really be billionaires because they owe. And let's take a look at the streaming game. This is what I want to show y'all for days. I kept forgetting to show y'all. As you see, the streaming game. You see, this is the game used to make you think that rappers are bigger than what they are. See that? Tory Lanez. You see how he been trending all over the place, acting stupid? Or why? Because he got 3.7 million streams. It's not album sold, though. I just showed you Mase sold 4.5 million copies, physical copies, that people went in the store and bought. Those are albums. When you see streams, that ain't nothing. Streams is just how the people that streaming your shit get paid. So 5.4 million streams is good revenue for the company that's streaming your music. But in reality, as a rapper, that ain't 4 million albums sold in real life. That's fake. Therefore, you see why we're in a microwave era. Because with the microwave, you see Freddie Gibbs. Did I not show you last week? He's an empire rapper. Did I not show you how he's always trending for dumb stuff too? Because he gets his money off streaming. This is how, in reality, Freddie Gibbs is nobody, but when it comes to the internet, he's a somebody. Why? Because he can stream 3+ million. And these new deals are based on streaming. But these are really finesse numbers. They don't really mean shit. Why? Because no fan has your actual album in their crib and play it back to back to back like back in the day. This is fraudulent. And it's only created for the labels to pimp the artist and make a lot of money. You seen YG streaming. Then YG put on that dress not too long ago with Tigger, and he put on that drag. Why? So he can do 1.8 million streams. You see that? But I want you to drop to the bottom and see one thing, because I'm gonna talk about the Migos. You see Quavo and Takeoff, 493,000 streams. So compared to Tory Lanez, Quavo and Meek, basically Quavo is less than Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez got more clout than Migos when it comes to streaming. And I'm gonna get into that. That's why I'm gonna show you why. Even I think I'm gonna be real. I think even people like Quavo and the Migos, other than Offset, they being blackballed right now. And you got to understand that everybody didn't exactly all the way sell out. And those are the people that struggle. And they don't get all the clout. So like I said, you see YG album, he recently dressed up with drag, 1.8 million streams. Quavo and Takeoff, they don't put on drag. I can't recall them doing nothing suspect. And that's why you see where they shit is at. You feel me? But anyway, we're gonna talk about it. Hold on, let me pause for the cause. So I'm gonna get back to Diddy, and let me talk about this too. You see what they pushing? Talk of a civil war ignited by Mar-a-Lago search. So you know that Trump got ran down. They ran his house. They saying it was dirty tactics, whatever, but they trying to say this gonna spearhead a civil war. I could have sworn they trying to bring out that Marvel movie called Civil War. Don't they got something dealing with Civil War with Captain America, something like that? Was it not said that the Civil War coincide with Armageddon? But you got to also remember they repeat history and do rituals. So it was a civil war back in the day. And maybe it is going to be another civil war. And maybe this civil war is just going to be done a little different. But part of that civil war is a lot of Americans are pissed off because they feel like the country is running into shit. I already spoke about this. This is also my proof that the government, not just the government, but the politicians are beefing with each other. This is sparking a civil war. This is what I was trying to tell people. But you got people that's in position that understand politics, and they've been in America a long time, and they know that America's not being ran right now. They know it's a lot of games being played, and America's not playing fair. So this is the fuel that's starting the alleged civil war. So I'm just showing y'all and updating what's actually going on. Talk of a civil war. And I guess it's Republican against Democrat. I don't even know. But I do know that it's some things brewing in a pot because things is out of control. Let's move on. I meant to speak on this the other day too. As you see, U.S. fentanyl bus in a Lego box points to Mexican cartels. I've been speaking about this for months. We know about the rainbow fetty. We know how, but like I said, you got to remember this too, y'all. They don't publicize the deaths of ODs. People are going to the hospital for many different reasons, but they're not going to tell you about the ODs the same way they don't sit here and report to you every time a dope head ODs on a bag of heroin. People OD on heroin every day, but it's not news. Because for one, nobody cares about a junkie, and for two, it got to do with the process. The same way with this this fentanyl, is people dying every day, but it's not publicized. Because in my opinion, like I said 1,000 times, the fentanyl pills are the new bullets, and they take lives without making a sound. Therefore, when people die from taking fentanyl, you're not going to know about it. But as you see, they keep pushing this narrative of the fentanyl going hand in hand with kids and teenagers, which means that the future is under attack. So I just wanted to show y'all that. Let me move on. Now, it's being alleged that Cardi B broke up the Migos. Now, we have no proof of that. We have no facts. I wouldn't say nothing like that because Offset left the Migos, or he spent more time with Cardi B. He also created a family, but I also understand that this has to do with their paperwork. This has to do with their business and how they came in the game. They all came in the game together as brothers. And for those that don't know, Quavo and Takeoff, they uncle and nephew. Offset is their homeboy. They all came in the game together from the mud. But they feel like Offset is not loyal and he's acting brand new, and therefore he put the group in a position where they can't do what they're supposed to do because of his indecisiveness. And you got to understand that Offset is currently suing the label, Quality Control. So that left Migos in limbo, because how we going to get paid for the label as a group when you suing the label and you left us out back? So that's how they feel about Offset, like he left them out back. Now, maybe he didn't talk to them before he's about to sue, but they also saying that Cardi B is part of his influence on why he's doing what he's doing. So they're trying to make it like Cardi B got Offset under mind control, basically. But Quavo and Takeoff said they said some real things that I caught. Good morning, Miss Deja. That's right. It's something about these groups. They always got to break up after a certain amount of time. You got to peep that. Every group is designed to break up after a certain amount of time, especially the so-called groups that make certain music. Y'all already know that. Urban music, it's always designed. What happens? They get in their prime, then what happened? A serpent or somebody gonna get in one of their ear and say, you know what? You can do better on your own. You need to do a solo joint. That's how it always happens. Same formula, same technique. And dudes keep falling for the same thing. But also, it does have an effect that you got to remember this too. When you sign a deal as a group, you got to always break bread. That's the difference in a group. So they might have signed a deal, 3 of them, 3 years ago. But the money they signed for, it don't add up to what they're supposed to be getting now. Meaning, when you got to split a bag 3 ways every time you got to split it 3 ways, after a while, you're like, man, I need more money than this. That money was good when I first came in the game. Now I'm a little bit older. I can't keep splitting money with 3 people. And it ain't enough money. So sometimes that break up groups too. Don't get it twisted. It be the money, but it's always the money. Y'all know that. It's always the money. And sometimes it's the fame. That's right. That's right, Sean Dub. See, this is what I was talking about. What else? When I was telling people it's 2 S Dubs and they got the same icon. But anyway, that's right. The Locks didn't break up. That's a fact. The Locks still together. They had a little fall back off each other, but they ain't never break up and they never aired each other out in public. They ain't never do that. That's a fact. And also, let's not talk about how the Locks had to get off that label because they knew Puffy was trying to jerk them too. They had to basically threaten that man, throw chairs at him. Because it's said that Puffy be jerking people. So I don't understand how he's a billionaire, but he petty at the same time. But anyway, I'm going to get back on Puff. I'm going to get back to him. But let's check out what Quavo and Takeoff said because they said something real. And it said, I just feel like we want to see our own career because they doing their own thing. Few and Unc. You know what I'm saying? The uncle and the nephew doing their own thing. They said, screw Offset. We're going to keep it pushing. Long story short, he said, I just feel like we want to see our career as a duo. You know what I'm saying? Quavo said, because we just came from a loyal family. Shit that's supposed to stick together. And sometimes when shit don't work out, it ain't meant to be. I agree on that part. Some things ain't meant to be. Some people don't know when to let go. If it ain't there, it ain't there. Let it go. Everything ain't supposed to be put back together. That's what some people don't understand. Sometimes things are together just for that time. We had a good time. It was great. Everything was whatever the situation, whether it's a relationship, an opportunity, a window that was open. Some things are just for that time. That's why it's about a whole picture. It's about a book. And that good time was just a chapter in your life. It's not supposed to be that way your whole life. Basically, it's going to come out exactly how it's supposed to be sometime. Takeoff also added, we don't know all the answers, you feel me? But he said, God knows. He said, we pray a lot, you know? Whatever ain't right and however you supposed to see it fit, you put it back together or however you do it, we pray. So only time will tell. We always family. He said, we always family now. That ain't going to change. So he's saying that Offset is still a family, but they saying that he's moving shady and they saying they just going to pray on it and let God do the work. So they let it be known that they're not scared to admit that they pray. And maybe, like I said, it goes back to what I said, what I was just showing y'all. See? Now look at Quavo and look at their streams. You see they at the bottom of the barrel with streams, right? 493,000. But let's look at Tory Lanez, 3.7 million. You gonna tell me Tory Lanez better than Quavo? I don't know. In my opinion, he ain't. But I'm gonna say this. You see Tory Lanez to promote worshiping the devil. And then you see Quavo, him and his nephew, they talking about praying to God. But when you do that type of talk and them people know that you got some type of righteous faith, they're not gonna get behind you like that. And maybe that's part of why they fallen from grace. Because I've never seen Quavo and Takeoff do nothing suspect. If y'all did, correct me. I never seen them with no dresses. I never seen them, you understand? And they said a key thing about loyalty. So they saying that Offset ain't loyal. They trying to say that Cardi B got in that man's head and turned him against them. But at the same time, Offset got beef with the label. So my thing is this. They say they looking at like, yo, we family, bro. We was together before you even got with this woman. We was together when we had nothing. But now you acting like you too good to talk to us, meaning if you was going to put a lawsuit on a label, you could at least hollered at us, or we could have hurried up and finished these projects, got off the label, got a deal somewhere else. But now that you suing them, you left us in limbo. So I'm not going to say he was disloyal because he started a family with Cardi B. But if he didn't go address his brothers about that business, that was fraudulent. You feel me? Because y'all signed the deal together, y'all supposed to go out together. But Offset ain't stupid neither. He know Cardi B bringing a bag. So maybe Offset felt like he could be a little lazy. You know, he did some street nigga shit. What's that? Meet a chick that's getting some bread and get her pregnant on purpose. Meet a chick that got a career and get her pregnant on purpose. Niggas been playing that game in the street forever. Niggas, you got dudes that specifically, or you work in a bank, or you work, or you got how much you make a year? Oh yeah, I'm getting her pregnant. You got niggas like that. Cause nigga know that if worse come to worse, my chick got a bag. Offset might have been on that type of time with Cardi B. And guess what? He got a whole family, a whole bunch of kids. And in the process, he lost his brothers. It's just my opinion, and it's all alleged. That's all I'm saying. That's a fact, Brian Shane. The only group still strong is the Locks. I just said that. It's a fact. That's a fact. I knew something was funny, like I said, man. But they was talking like back in the, like when, come on, man. We don't see every group break up, man. But like Jay-Z said, once the Fat Boys broke up, like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Even Run DMC, they went their separate ways, but they never disrespected each other. See, that's the difference. You can break up, but you ain't got to disrespect each other and violate your history. Because when you see Mobb Deep beefing, all they was doing was disrespecting their brand. See, when you got a group and y'all fall out in beef, you disrespect your brand. Therefore, people gonna take your brand as a joke, and you're not gonna be able to get the same money you used to get. Why you think to this day we don't look at Mobb Deep the same? Why? Because once we seen Prodigy and Havoc beefing, we ain't look at them the same. Because we thought we looked at them as brothers. So when Havoc was saying that Prodigy was fruity, things of that nature, and you know, they messed up their legacy. That's what they did. So that's why you see the smart people, even though they might fall out, they won't go against each other because they know they're not going to disrespect that brand because they put in work into that brand. Let's not disrespect something that we did create that was great. Let's let it be where it's at. See, some people don't understand that technology or that way of thinking. You know, just because we don't agree, we ain't got to destroy what we built. Just let it be. We go our separate ways. I build something else, you build something else. You feel me? That's why Jay-Z told Hov, nigga, since you did everything, make another Hov. You ain't see Dame make another Hov yet, did you? Exactly. But we seen Jay-Z help Kanye West get to another level. We see him sign Rihanna. Well, who Dame signed that went to another level? Now you feel me? So some things you gotta just leave where it's at and create a new lane. That's it. So when I seen them saying, basically they saying they're gonna pray on it, they're gonna leave it in God's hands. But the number one thing they said is that he's not loyal. He said they come from a loyal family, and basically he ain't being loyal. And mind you, he's still living in Atlanta with Cardi B. And they all from Atlanta, but they're not cool with each other. So it just shows you how money and fame does change people. I'm not even going to talk about Cardi B because a lot of people love Cardi B to death. But I don't know her for being too loyal neither. But anyway, it is. She look like Mariah Carey right there. Anyway, I'm going to let that be. But they saying that, and it also shows you in the picture because the picture speaks 1,000 words. Even in this picture, she is between the group. Even in the picture, she's separating the group, man. That's why I say, man, like some things are just spiritual, man. You got to understand how this shit works. You see? Standing in between the group. So I'm not going to put it on for breaking them up, but who's to say? Maybe they know their homeboy better than anybody else, and maybe they might know he the type that's a sucker for love, and it ain't hard to tell Offset is a sucker for love because why? He always cheating. He always with another chick getting caught. So he might be one of them type of dudes always thinking with his dick. So therefore, Quavo might know his whole aura and basically saying this nigga's a sucker right now. He know, man, Cardi B and that nigga brain. Maybe they might know that because niggas know they homeboy now. We all know we got certain homeboys that's going to do anything for a chick and try to shit on their own mans. We know that. We all know a lot of dudes like that. Let's not play. So maybe they might know their brother better than all of us and know what he doing. Like, man, this dude just being a simp and he trying to shit on us for her. You feel me? But you can love your woman and your family and still do what you got to do what you got to do with your brothers because y'all under contract. So that's just my opinion. So when they say they're going to pray on it, and only time to tell, they basically said that they ain't forcing it, they ain't pressed, they're going to keep it pushing, and it is what it is. But as you see, he was already being separated from them. So that's their business, but this is just another example on how brothers break up. And we talk about this thing called unity. It's a lot of reasons why we fall out. And it seemed like we masters of falling out. We masters of beefing with each other. You know what I'm saying? And it mostly be petty beef. That's why you'll see what happened, y'all. When most of these groups break up, what happened? Years down the line, when they realized they needed each other and they realized they fucked up their legacy, what they do? They get back together. They always get back together some kind of way, right? That's why I remember all the rap groups that broke up, you see them get back together. Why? Because it was profitable now. They said, shit, I missed a lot of money. All these old heads going back on tour. I need to get back with my group. And now you see all of them got back together to get their money after they already broke up. Because it's all about money. But anyway, I'm going to get back to that. Salute to everybody that's here. Love is love, y'all. What's up? Y'all know what's up. Episode 281. Now check this out. As you see, y'all, I gave you the play-by-play. You see it playing out. Brown water, no electricity, no help. Black residents in one Florida neighborhood feels forgotten about after Hurricane Ian. Did I not tell my people this was what was going to happen? Did we not talk about this? They don't put it on TV. People down there are still without electricity, starving and hurting and dead. Your people down there, brown water, no electricity, starving. Then on the other hand, they sent migrants down there and they paying them and giving them money for lunch. Do you see the game? Do you see the replacement? Do you see the AKA wipeout? Do you see the politics? You see this black man crying? They suffering, but it's not national news and it's not trendy. Because when you take a people out, and this is why I wanted to show my people how the wars get fought. This is all I've been trying to tell y'all for all these weeks and months. How the war really get fought. How they slay your people and you don't even know what's going on. And then they beat a nigga upside the head. You start getting mad. Meanwhile, they done slayed 10,000 people. You ain't even know about it. You ain't even get mad. You ain't get mad because you ain't know. Why? Because you don't know about how they do warfare. You don't know how they move. I just wanted to show y'all this. That's why I'm gonna keep doing a follow-up and an update. Show y'all. See that brother crying? Let's continue on. I'm gonna show y'all something. Residents say authorities are dragging their feet because they do it on purpose. They hope while you stuck wherever you stuck at, and you can't call whatever your situation is, they wait it out, stall you out, or hopefully you be a corpse when they pull up. And I already told you, all residents will have to leave their residence. You have to leave. You gotta leave. You ain't coming back. That's number 2. So if you're alive and your shit flooded out, you still gotta go. Why? The house is gonna be labeled condemned because it's flooded out. The landlord gonna put you out. So this is promoting homelessness as well. So as you see, residents say authorities are dragging their feet to aid a historically African-American neighborhood in Fort Myers. Told y'all there's a lot of people out there. They don't show the hood like that. I told you that. They're going to show you the suburbs. They're going to show you downtown. They're going to show you the news reporter where he's standing there and it ain't flooded. Because every downtown and every city is designed a certain way not to flood. They got a different sewer system in every city downtown. Why you think downtown never flood? But your hood flood, don't it? But you ain't going to see it flood around that courthouse, is it? No. Let's continue on. Following the disruption of Hurricane Ian, low-income communities in Florida are reportedly still awaiting assistance. How many days later is this, y'all? Like 6 days? Brown water, no power. Keep that in mind. Brown water, no power. That also means what? People not being able to wash their ass, right? And like we said before, if you got to feed your baby and you ain't got no water, how you going to make a baby bottle? And like I said, if it's flooded and you got an infant, how you going to swim with an infant? But you think they're going to get on the news and sit there and tell you that infants died in this flood? You think they're going to tell you kids died in this flood? You think they're going to put that on the TV? But you got to have common sense to know that if I got a crib and my crib flooded and I got my kids sleeping in their room and the shit going up to 12 feet, how the hell I'm going to swim out the crib with both of my kids and they can't swim? Got to use your brain. But they ain't going to put that on TV because that's horrible, right? It's going to start an uprising. They ain't going to put it on TV. They're just going to drop little articles here and there because they know people don't read. So check it out. Following the disruption of Hurricane Ian, low-income communities. So magically, the low-income communities get hit the hardest, but that happens all the time. Reportedly still waiting for assistance from authorities and lawmakers. According to NPR, the storm's aftermath have caused a shortage of resources for many communities. What's resources? food, clothing, including loss of electricity. They can't charge their phone, so they can't call me and call you and tell you what's going on. They can't tell nobody. That's why I told you it's a media blackout. No Wi-Fi. They can't tell nobody what's really going on. And that's how they try to limit people posting their videos on TikTok. Because I seen when the storms first used to hit a couple years ago, a lot of people will be posting it live on the screen. And you'll be able to catch it on TikTok and see what's really going on. Then they created this thing called a blackout. I say like 2017, they started blacking out these hurricanes and tornadoes so people couldn't show the footage. They black it out. So, and this started with the algorithm thing. So look, as you see, communities including loss of electricity, unsanitary water. You also got to remember it's death in the water. It's disease in the water. And we also know they had to finesse the water pump because they got brown water, just like Mississippi now. Water that looks brownish and putrid aromas from sewage. Dead water, water with shit in it, feces, bacteria floating around the city. They're saying the islands got destroyed, and this woman is talking. They saying the islands got destroyed. Well, we're destroyed too. We really messed up here, said 24-year-old Lexus Cherry. You know she from the hood. A resident in the Dunbar area, the historically African-American neighborhood consists of squat homes, meaning a lot of vacant homes. A lot of homes where people's already probably just staying there not paying, squatter's house. It consists of squat homes and reportedly face the crisis on its own, meaning they got a whole nother crisis going on out there. Check it out. And this is her uncle speaking. He said, I understand that the city is trying its best to restore everybody's power, he said, but this is a common thing that I'm seeing in cities around America. Whenever a disaster happens, for some reason, the city is slow to respond to people in ethnic communities and low-income communities. We already spoke about all this. This is the game they play. And this brother that's down there going through it, he know the truth. That's why he said it to the media. He said, I seen a pattern of every time something happened in the community, they take their time because they do it on purpose, y'all. They already all down there. They just playing a weight game. How many of them going to die? How many of them going to lose everything? They starving. They ain't got no food. This is how they put you in a camp. Because they say, you know what? You can't sustain yourself. Your house done. You're not looking too good. You're looking bad. Your kids look unhealthy. Y'all got to come with us. We got a place for y'all to go. We'll take care of you. It's called a FEMA camp. Or it's called whatever you want to call it. All right? Allegedly. Told y'all what was going to happen play by play. But check this out. Hold up. Something else I want to show y'all that applies with this story. Now, let me make sure I got it loaded up. Hold up. I'm gonna have to hold on. I'm gonna have to come back to it because I'm going to show you. It's a white man. He had to swim a mile to save his moms, and I don't know what they just did because I loaded it up, but I'm gonna pull it up when I get a chance. I'm gonna pull it up for y'all. I'm gonna show you the white man that had to swim to save his mother because his mother was about to die in the house. He had to swim a mile because his mother was 80 years old, and the white man had to swim a mile. He had to swim a whole mile. So I'm going to get back to this. Now I'm going to get into what's trending in America. A lot of y'all don't understand, and I'm going to show y'all more proof on what I said, that serial killers are now trending in America. It is now being promoted. It is the top agenda right in the month of Halloween. Serial killers. I already told you this, but I'm going to prove it to you once again. A Texas man broke into a hospital nursery and said die as he strangled and shook newborn babies until they turned blue. Now you swallow that right there and look what color, and just look at it. Just look at it. I ain't even gonna talk color. Just look. I'm showing you. Now, mind you, y'all know I look at the news every day. A lot of y'all look at the news every day. Have we been seeing all these stories trending about serial killers? Wasn't at one point we kept seeing about ghost guns? We kept seeing about everything. Now all we seeing is a bunch of serial killers now. And I told y'all, the whole purpose of that Jeffrey Dahmer movie was to promote serial killers. I told you, man. I know how this shit work, y'all. I know how this shit work. They only put out what agenda they pushing. They start in Hollywood and it plays out in real life. It's called predictive programming. And I'm telling you, a lot of dudes, a lot of people are going to be serial killers. And a serial killer is basically a person that go around doing a whole lot of crimes, unknown, and just so happen they do a lot of killing. So I just wanted to show you. Now let's ask the question. What would make a man break into a nursery and say die as he starts strangling and shaking newborn babies? I want to see what y'all think about this one. What would possess a man to do that? Now, are some of these, now let's think about, I don't know, like I said, they could be running MK Ultra programs on people. They might got a whole bunch of people put up in laboratories, working their brain and creating these entities. I don't know. I don't know if these are just wicked ass people that are demonic. But when have we ever heard somebody breaking a nursery and choking newborn babies? When have we ever heard this, y'all? So I'm just showing y'all how this serial killer thing is very serious, it's very real, and it's not a game. And like I said, it applies to everything: kidnapping, trafficking, and selling body parts. Let's keep it pushing. Houston, man, also salute John Schaap and salute the net and everybody that be sending me that information. Kim, all y'all, salute to y'all. Houston, man, charged with murder and his third DUI. This nigga got caught 3 times. But look what he did at the bottom. After running over a 6-year-old boy 3 times and then smirking at the child's grandfather. Smirking. Demonic entity. Serial killer mentality. When have we ever heard somebody running over a child and then smirking like it's a joke? So I'm just showing y'all that you see it's a lot of weirdos walking around with no compassion. Y'all see that for yourself. And you see that right now a human life means nothing to some people. But the thing is, like you said, how they fighting crime and locking people up, allegedly, but then you got all these serial killers walking around. And you got to remember, the time we living in is creating more serial killers. Because it's a lot of dudes that are desperate and they will kill you for nothing. You got people now that will probably kill you just to live in your house. We already seen stories of people killing people just to get their benefits every month. But now that times are drastic and niggas are starving, they doing anything. So what'll make a man run over a child? So look, you see child murder right here, sugar babies, shaking babies and killing, child murder right here and laughing. But don't forget this. I had to bring this back up. This is the girl that was found in a suitcase chopped up, and her punk ass boyfriend had his baby mother using the EBT card. But only reason why I'm bringing this back up, because I remember somebody in my comments said she looked too young to have her own crib. But this is the girl right here. And she was old enough to have a crib. She just looked young. And remember, looks are deceiving. But if I'm not mistaken, she over 20. And she had her own crib. That's why she was found in her own crib in a suitcase by a nigga she so-called trusted. But the way old boy did the killing, it was the works of a serial killer. Serial killer was trending in the 80s. It's back trending again. This is why they adding all that energy to Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm going to show you what else they promoting with the serial killer agenda. Boom. Check it out. This GQ, Christian Bale breaks down the most iconic, I don't know who's seen that movie, American Psycho. American Psycho was about serial killers. It originally came out in the 80s. Then they did a remix. They did a remix with Christian Bale about American psychos, aka serial killers. The agenda is serial killer. I told you that. I know how I study. I'm telling you, I know how they work. They drop shit that applies to the agenda of America. So when I seen Jeffrey Dahmer, I already knew what they was doing. Now look, American Psycho, serial killer. If you didn't see the movie, go see the movie. It's based on a true story as well. Serial killer is the agenda in America because America has a secret called American death culture, where it's people in America that love death. And then you got some people that love to do the killing. But this ain't no coincidence. You see that? 19 hours ago, 2.8 million views. Serial killer. We know about I broke it down yesterday about the California. Serial killer is the topic of the day. That's what's trending in America right now, which means what? It's going to be a lot of death, unknown circumstances. And we already know about the death in Florida. We already know about the pills. We know about all of the shootings, the beef. But I'm going to show y'all how it's a whole bunch of other death going to be going on. And remember, they told you about 2 billion people was going to be mysteriously gone. So you do the math in your head, allegedly. You see this weirdo mom? Mom jailed after 8 and 1-year-old kids smoke her marijuana and baby ODs. How the hell is a baby? How the hell is a 1-year-old smoking weed? I never heard of this shit in my life. And do you see this mom smiling? That's how you know she's psycho loony. See that? American Psycho. American Psycho, y'all. We dealing with psycho sick people out here. Y'all thought that's just a saying. No, it's people sick. And the number one thing about a sick serial killer is they know how to act perfect and super nice, extra friendly psychos. I told y'all, it's psychos online right now. Some of y'all support them. They sick and they psychos. Who ever heard of a 1-year-old ODing from weed? How the hell can a 1-year-old? But I'm going to be real. I might have told y'all this before. A couple years ago, I seen a mom let her 4-year-old hit the blunt because they was raising the young boy to be a roster, and they gave the boy a blunt. You know what I did? Walked up out their house. I said, I want no parts of this. They thought it was cute. Gave their son a blunt, 4 years old. I'm not lying. I tell y'all, man, I've seen some of the most wickedest shit of my lifetime. I seen a mother give her 4-year-old son a blunt, and he was hitting it. I said, I'm out of here. I'm out, and I ain't never go back to the house again. I went over there with my homies, and we went to go check on another homie. You know what I'm saying? But that was his baby mom's, and that's how they did in their house. They smoked their weed, and they passed the blunt to their son, and they thought it was cute. But I never heard no 1-year-old smoking no blunt. And you see, she's smirking and smiling. Also, we know there had to be lace weed for the baby to even OD. Just showing y'all what world we in. So also, bros, to my bros, you got to be on point with some of these chicks. You thinking shorty cool, and you trying to play house and step up to the plate and help her out. But the whole time she could be a psycho, bro. And you get caught up in some shit you ain't got nothing to do with. Because if you happen to be her boyfriend, you going to jail too. And this also pushes the narrative of us being crazy and irresponsible and bad parents. So I just showed you 3 different things with what? Child death. He going around strangling, trying to kill newborns. He ran over a 6-year-old, started smirking. You understand? And this lady, what? Her child passed out. He ain't died, but he could have died. But then again, I don't know if the baby did die. The baby OD, so the baby could have died. I don't know. Just showing y'all the pattern. And I also want you to see the pattern of what, y'all? Who face is on? American Psycho is the agenda. Serial killers, death, murder. That's the number one topic right now. That's the agenda. All right, so let's keep it pushing some more. This dude, Quincy Jones. Y'all know about Quincy Jones. This ain't about him, but look at what old Quincy Jones is doing. Quincy Jones is on TikTok. He now joins TikTok and delivered an inspirational message. This man won't go away neither. But I told you, Puffy is the Quincy Jones of our generation. So Puffy is going to do the same exact thing Quincy Jones doing. Puffy going to still be popping out when he's 80 years old because Quincy Jones is a gatekeeper and he passed the torch to Puffy, and Puffy going to be the gatekeeper, and they all do the same shit because they got masters, they got bosses. But now he's on TikTok. After I just showed you how America once banned TikTok, how Russia is not with TikTok, how TikTok is something different. Also, there's a lot of kids on TikTok. But Quincy Jones, he's on TikTok and want to give an inspirational message. See that? I'm not going into this, but I just want to show y'all a point how all of these old dudes, they keep popping out to distract and they won't go away. All these old dudes. They won't let the future be. This the reason why nobody couldn't come up. Why it ain't no, when I told y'all there ain't gonna be no more Puff Daddies no more, it's because they're gonna make sure that don't never happen again. You ain't never gonna be a successful rapper like them. I've been told y'all that. Now we got proof. I'm just showing you these dudes are gatekeepers. Their whole job was to keep you down. It was never to pick you up. It was to keep you down and dancing. Let's continue on. Lamar Odom. Him and the so-called trans have broken up. And now the so-called trans is coming for him. But that ain't my point. My point is, you see how Lamar Odom knew he had to do that ritual to get back in good graces? When he made sure he took them pictures? The reason why I know that, because I seen Lamar Odom popping up on new stuff now. I see him popping up on Shannon Sharp podcast, which is distributed by Fox, which means that Lamar Odom is back in a national rotation now. So that's why I feel like he did that for a ritual when he was with that transgender, because the transgender is supposed to be mad and going back home and mad at Lamar Odom. You see the games? Lamar Odom was trending last week when he was seen all across social media with a popular Australian transgender actress. Well, it appears that the two have split up, and Daniela, the trans woman, seems to be in her feelings over the things ending. So basically, Lamar Odom has ghosted the transgender. And now the transgender mad. But you know the transgender gonna put you on blast. Then yesterday, Daniela told fans that she's leaving the United States and moving back to Australia. She told fans she's not catching feelings. She's catching flights, not catching feelings, and she's going home. So therefore, we can't, I'm gonna be real, we can't even say Lamar Odom even did anything with this person, but we know that he was posing on the camera. And I think about that picture now, it do look kind of strategic. And I think Lamar knew he had to do that ritual. And he had to let it be public record so he can get back in good. So as you see, these people are weird. They're not going to stop doing weird stuff. I'm telling you, man, I just had to give an update on this, man. This ain't about nothing. Like I said, man, these stories keep coming up. That's the only reason why I talk about it. But I uploaded what I wanted to show y'all earlier. Check it out. See that? That's the man that had to swim to save his mother. See his mother? You see how deep that water is? Do you see the goddamn deep freezer floating around? Do you see how dirty the water is? So let's ask a simple question. If your grandmother was trapped, but you couldn't swim, and you ain't had no resource to get to her, the man said he had to swim a goddamn mile. Do you understand how deep the water had to be for him to swim a mile? With gators, look how dirty the water is. This is what your people are dealing with right now as we speak today. That's why I say, y'all, for real, be blessed that we on the internet chopping it up right now. It's people can't even go online right now. It's people that they don't have nothing to wake up to right now as we speak. And we sitting here vibing. They sitting somewhere crying and hungry. And guess what, y'all? While they hurting, now they got to wait for a migrant to come help with the cleanup. They got to. So that's why I was trying to tell y'all, American dream, American nightmare. People in Florida going through it. But when the people go down and help them, they're going to be happy. They getting paid. They smiling. They got money to eat. Free hotel. Man, they straight off of other people's downfall. But if I'm from Fort Myers and I want to go back to my crib, they're going to tell me I can't go. It's condemned. I can't. They're going to, you got to remember, they section off whole areas and say you can't go over there. So how the hell am I get back to my crib? But I can't go, but you going to let somebody else help, or allegedly in disguise of cleanup, you gonna let them come through and go through my fucking crib. But that's what they be doing. And this man knew the game. That's why he made sure he wanted to say his mom's quick. Lady, 84 years old. And you see she in the picture soaking in the goddamn dirty water. And he took the picture. But I'm trying to tell you, this is what they be blacking out off the TV. They ain't never gonna show you this on TV. So now y'all see what I was telling y'all play by play when it happened. How they going, because I remind you, I told you I watched the storm before it even hit. I remember when they said it ain't no hurricanes coming, they was like, man, this is unusual for this time of the year. They was sitting here praying for a damn tornado to come. I watched the TV every morning, every night. I saw the media, the news, they was kind of disappointed that the goddamn storms wasn't popping. Then next thing you know, a week later, they said we got a storm coming. And then they was getting hyped. And they was like, well, it looked like it's doing this. And the next thing you know, it got big. Then what it do? It smacked Puerto Rico. It smacked down there. Then I said, okay, I already know it's coming to America now. Next thing you know, they said it's about to come to Florida. And they started getting hyped. And they was like, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. And what happened when it touched down? It fucking broke bridges, which means it had to be more than a category 5. And when I seen a broke bridge, I knew what it was going to do. That means that thing ripping through concrete. That's something else. But then I knew they was going to downplay on the damage. What they do showed you certain areas. How we seen the gators in people's house, that was from on social media. Gators in people's house. You seen the man McLaren floor out his house. But you wasn't thinking, like, what about all them kids that can't swim? And what about the elderly that can't? What if you in a wheelchair? What you gonna do? What if you on an oxygen tank? What you gonna do? What if you disabled? You missing limbs? Things of that nature. What you gonna do? You gonna drown unless you got somebody to take care of you or check on you. But this man saved his mother because he was able to swim a whole mile in dirty water. So all you got to do, y'all, is use common sense and just think about how many people out there right now, because they just told you they still ain't getting no help. So that's why I'm going to keep talking about it, because I know it's people down there suffering as we speak. And I'm just going to appreciate what we got because, like I say, them people ain't got nothing. You see how hot the water is? That water messed up all the sockets. House got to be condemned. No electricity. That's why the electricity cut off. Not only did they shut the big power off, but the power ain't going to work in these cribs because they flooded out anyway. And now everything is back to normal. Rap, BT Awards, Puffy, Mase, all this old shit. But this the real shit. So the question is, why they not using their voice to go down here? Why they not going down there helping these people? Showing you they're a bunch of hypocrites. A false witness shall be punished, and a liar shall be caught. Proverbs 19, chapter 9. Chapter 19, verse 9. Proverbs 21:6. A fortune made by people who tell lies amounts to nothing and leads to death. But the conduct of those who are not guilty is honest. The conduct of those who are not guilty is honest. I'm not guilty of nothing. I ain't got no reason to lie. I told you 1,000 times. I don't got to lie to you to make it sound fly to you. That's what these niggas do. This also talking about Puffy. So Puff, I hope you know about this scripture. And you ain't got to believe in it. It don't matter. But it has been written that a false witness, that's also a liar, a capper, a nigga who make up stories, who just slander people for no reason. That's a false witness. And a person who listens to that dumb shit. You a false witness too. That's why a lot of people that co-sign lies and bullshit, their life be fucked up too. And that's what it said, misery loves company. Because a person who bears false witness, or should I say, a person who listens to a liar is just as bad as the liar. It's already been written. You ain't got to believe it. A false witness shall be punished, and a liar shall be caught. And fortunes made by people who tell lies amount to nothing and leads to death. So let's rewind. Sounded to me like that verse talking about Puff, Diddy, Love, whatever his name is. Basically telling us that one day he will have to pay for all the dirt he did. We know about all the speculations, all the allegations. That ain't for us to judge him. But according to what's written, he's going to get his in the end. And maybe we're not going to be able to watch it, but it's already been written that he's going to get his. He's sitting here lying. A lot of death around him. A lot of cover-ups, shenanigans. Hey, I'm not here to judge that man, but somebody going to judge him. He called Mase a con artist and said Mase a con artist for playing with God. What is he doing right here in this picture? Is he not trying to portray the image to you that he's a good, righteous man? See that? Fraudulent behavior. These are the false prophets they told you was going to come in the last day. These are the false prophets. It was said that the false prophets will manifest through music. Now you understand why they got to do the things they do and throw up the signs they throw up. And this is why they cast spells on you when they spit their verses. I already told you this 1,000 times. These are the false prophets that led you to hell. These are the false prophets that got you where you at right now. And the only way we know they false prophets, you know why? Because they didn't do no righteous deeds for us. They didn't do as much good as they did bad. See, everybody does bad. Everybody makes mistakes. But the thing is, when you get to a level, you can balance it out. You'll see they didn't balance out nothing. And you know, if it's not a tax write-off or a gimmick or a promotional stunt, they don't do nothing. So that's all I'm saying. But he sold you Sean John. He took your bread for years. He always selling you something. You still watch Drink Champs on his network. He gave you nothing. But according to what's written, he gonna get his one day. So it ain't for me to judge. And it take a con artist to know a con artist. So when he called Mase a con artist, you won too. I did one album with Mase, one album. How much money do you think I owe this guy? He says. One album. And then he became a fake pastor. And he said Mase owes him $3 million. But how can Mase owe you $3 million when you sold goddamn 4 million plus copies? And we know each album went for $10 an album. This wasn't no damn streams. This man made billions off that album. He made at least $1 billion off that album. What is he talking about? You see the games they be playing? And he gonna say this man owe him $3 million. Straight lying. And and guess we lying at? On the Breakfast Club. And guess what else? DJ Envy's a fucking DJ. He know music. You think Envy gonna check Puff and say, yo, Puff, Mase did 2 hours. Yeah, he did double up too. He said, I ain't even watch this. I don't watch these people. I just see the title and I know the whole interview was a lie. I don't sit and watch the bogus interviews. I don't do that. All I gotta do is see the title. Oh, this shit bogus. And I can break them down just from the title. And I'm pretty sure Charlamagne know the truth. Envy know the truth. But I bet you none of them said, didn't Mase do double up? This is the album Mase did right before he left. What is he talking about? When Mase left, this album was already recorded. Therefore, when it dropped, it sold 500,000 copies. See that? Double Up is the second studio album by Mase, and it was released 1999 and distributed by Bad Boy Records. The album sold 350,000 copies its first week, which that alone at $10 an album, that is $3 million. $3.5 million. $3 million and 500,000. $3.5 million the first week the album. What is he talking about? And that's just at $10 an album. And we know albums went from 15, 14, 13, you understand, $20 someplace. This man straight lying. And we know he didn't pay Mase nothing off the second album because Mase had already left. But you made a lot of money. Then you go turn around and say this man owe you $3 million. Come on, Puff. Stop it. Stop it with the number games. That's all I'm saying. And I ain't taking up for Mase. I'm just saying both of these dudes are con artists. And in my opinion, they beef is something totally different. Because they was 1 and 2. Remember the video? They had on the 1 and the 2. And he was always dancing behind them. A lot of y'all don't even know what all that dancing behind another man mean. They was doing this shit back then. That's why me and my people, we used to laugh at them. And we used to call people suspect back then. I can tell you a whole lot of videos that had suspect behavior in it from the late 90s, early 2000s. During that whole BT era, 106 and Park era, it was a lot of suspect things going on in the videos that people didn't catch. But me and my people, we used to catch it on and clown them dudes. That's why I told you, Busta Rhymes suspect, a lot of them dudes are sus. And they was all running together. You don't believe me? I told you 1,000 times. Watch the Pastor Cavassier video. You'll see Puffy and Busta Rhymes and them dancing around in robes. Men dancing around in robes, looking real suspect. And you'll see Jamie Foxx doing that dance, twerking his ass. And they was all in the same video together. Suspect behavior. We knew that back then. So I don't know why they keep trying to come out and remix their stuff like they somebody different. See that? You suspect. And I remember what Cameron said allegedly when Cameron said he went to see Mase and there was a dildo in that man's house. So I listen and I don't forget what people say. I wasn't there. It's all alleged, but that's what was said. So half of these dudes be having quarrels and they miss each other. But at the end of the day, I'm just speaking because Puff lied and said this man he only did one album with the man and lied on a public stage. He lied. That's what liars do. But Puff lied about a lot, so that ain't nothing new. His name is Love now. So I can call him Puff because that ain't his name. His name Love. That's another trick. He gonna call himself Love. No, he ain't got no love for nobody. You see what I'm saying? People die around this man. He called himself Love. Do you see what these niggas be doing? This the real Puff right here. So just be a real nigga and rock your grades, man. Stop trying to be a young boy, man, and deceive young. You only trying to be young to deceive the young audience. That's it. You're trying to remix history and be a great guy, but you just lying, bro. Look at Anthony Anderson. This is when they did the gray hair ritual. All of them was showing you their immortality without the makeup and the dye, showing you that these are dudes that are past their prime, but they gatekeepers and don't want nobody else to take their spot. Remember back in the day when there would always be this thing called Next Up? Well, we always would look for who was the next to come up, remember? But then you'll see it was never about the next up. Everybody that was next up, what happened to them? A lot of them die, go to jail, or get blackballed. And somehow, these people stay in position. Didn't Cat Williams get blackballed? And ever since then, Kevin Hart took his spot? And you haven't seen no other comedian come out on a rise, on a come up yet? But this when they had to do that gray hair ritual and show their immortality. Reason why I know it was a ritual, in my opinion, because I ain't seen nobody white doing it. It's like they told them what they had to do, and all of them had to show their grades. This was in the pandemic. A lot of y'all forgot. See? Look how old Anthony Anderson look. He look like about 80 years old. They shapeshifters, like I said. You see Puffy skinning and grinning like a coon in Trump face, kissing that man ass. You see Russell Simmons cooning with Trump. You see him cooning. The Mr. Yoga man that ran because he didn't want to get me too. The one that tell you he all this stuff about Trump and Democrat, all this bullshit politics. You see the game, skinning and grinning in your face. See that? You see Puff? Take that, skinning and grinning in your face. That's a fucking coon, a fucking suspect ass nigga. I told you, shapeshifter. But when Trump was in, everybody hated Trump. And they went on hate campaigns. And they were the only reason why they went on them campaigns because they wanted to put in your head on a stereotype. But I could swear to this day, everybody got a free check from that man. And I know it's just money, ain't about nothing, but let's be real. Ain't no other president gave you shit. Nobody else gave you nothing. And some people that were smart kept the actual check stub with his name on it because that's going to be a collectible in the future. So everybody that got a stimulus check, hopefully you kept the check with that name Donald Trump signed on it. That's going to be worth bread. But a lot of y'all didn't know no better and probably didn't keep it and threw it away and stuff like that. See that? Because you don't understand the Democrats was going to tarnish his name every chance they got regardless. And all of them ain't shit. Ain't none of them shit. But they all play the game. So they all cool behind the scenes. That's my point. You see, if you think Nancy Pelosi and Trump don't talk on the phone, you sadly mistaken. If you think they don't holler at each other, but I'm just speaking little things like that. They all cool. They ain't going to try to kill each other because they understand it's about pushing an agenda. Puffy know that too. So therefore, when it's time to keep you astray and make you remain a Democrat, and so to put in your mind don't ever be a Republican, even though your ancestors was Republicans, but they don't never want you to go back Republican, so they got to put on hate campaigns against Republicans. And Mr. Puffy is the kingpin of that. Rock the vote, vote or die. When he come out, he push you to vote Democrat. But the whole time, man, he cool with everybody. As you see, Trump with Lil Jon. And we also know smiles. Let's be real. We know a fake smile from a real smile. We know a fake smile from a real smile, man. That's all I'm saying. Like in this picture, Trump's smile looked more real than Puffy's smile. But it don't matter. They all rub shoulders. You see Ja Rule? Ja Rule ain't give a fake smile. He gave a smirk. But you see Trump and Ja Rule. And all of them was spending money with Trump. Everybody was going to Trump Plaza, Taj Mahal. Everybody was staying up in Trump lavish buildings. The first thing a nigga do when he got money, he made sure he got a room in Manhattan and stayed at Trump Plaza at Columbus Circle. Stop playing. But when it came time to make you not fuck with Trump, they all went against Trump because they wanted you. They were scared you was going to lead the Democratic Party. That's what they were scared of. And they didn't want you to become a conservative or a Republican because then you're going to start knowing too much of your rights. But that's just me rambling. I don't know politics. I never voted a day in my life. But that's my opinion. That's why when Trump was in office and blacks was getting mad, you know what I did the whole time? I used to be laughing my ass off. I used to be laughing. I said, yo, they think this man racist. I said, this man playing a race game. And everybody went for that shit. I used to be laughing my ass off because blacks would get so furious over this man. And he went bankrupt. He's stupid. How he running the country? And he went Russia. I seen black people more pissed than white people. And all that getting mad, this man still blessed you. But not only that, let's look at how things changed since he left. Let's just look at that. We just gonna look at it basic. What Joe said? What Joe doing? Joe ain't even getting the same hate. That's my point. You notice Joe don't get the same hate Trump got, even though Joe doing worse? Because it's about who control the platforms. It's about who control it all. Now you understand why Trump's suing CNN. Because he know who CNN is in the bed with. You got to understand, man, y'all don't understand about this media game. Y'all don't understand about these Democrats. No disrespect to Democrats, but I'm not talking about black Democrats because a lot of black Democrats are Democrats because they don't know no better. They just follow what their ancestors did. Or should I say the people in the civil rights era? Because back in the day, your people were Republican. All right. But my point is this. Everything Trump was against, you see, Joe overturned it and shit got worse. Do we not see migrants? Did these migrants coming in on Trump watch? I'm going to take the title off it. I'm going to say, did all these immigrants come in 3 years ago? Were your bills through the roof 2-3 years ago? Was all this crazy behavior going on like this now? Was the ghost guns trending 2-3 years ago? All these gun drop-offs and all these guns you can make on a machine, and was that going on 2 years ago? Ghost guns. Was people getting snatched up, and was they finding fentanyl everywhere and mysterious tags on doors for human trafficking? Was all this going on 2-3 years ago? But then again, I could have sworn when Trump was in office and they was talking about the deep state and all the things they was talking about, I could have seen how all them things played out. The wall came down, the floodgates opened up. I seen people started getting snatched up more. They told you about how the fentanyl comes from China through way of Mexico. And I could have sworn out of both parties, one party deals with China more than the other party. I could have sworn Joe and Hillary and them is cool with them people over there. And I could have sworn, I don't know, but they all be playing games. And the whole purpose of the game was to mess with your brain and to have you go against, let's just say if he was going to help you, they made you turn against him and make you look bad. They say, see, them niggas ain't no good. Even when somebody try to help them, they don't appreciate it. I ain't play that game, y'all. That's the game they played. But I want to show you how your people, your entertainers, they knew that man wasn't racist. Because my point is this, y'all. We know energy, right? And we know basic sense. Do you think if Puffy felt in his heart that man was racist, he'd have sat down next to that man? Do you think Snoop Dogg really would have been around that man if he knew that man was racist like that? If they really felt in their heart that man was racist, you know we ain't playing with nobody racist now. Let's stop playing. If we feel like somebody racist, we ain't gonna sit there and smile in your face and take no pictures. That's all I'm saying. Do you believe they really thought that man was racist? I'm just showing you, man. But when he came in office, they didn't want no affiliation with him. Why? Because they didn't want to piss off the Democrats. Because they know the Democrats would get their ass. Democrats run entertainment. Entertainment and media is controlled by Democratic opinion. I don't know why, I don't know how, but they got a stronghold on media. That's why I told you Democrats are the masters of slander campaigns. Just look at wherever they run, whatever they do, they are the masters of slander campaigns, but never tell you what they're actually going to do when they get in the seat. That's their whole trick. And that's my opinion. I could be wrong. But y'all go for the shit. Anyway, not everybody. Pardon my mouth, y'all. Pardon me. But I just wanted to show y'all that these dudes are coons and they fucking liars. Salute to the chat. I'm going to leave that right there for a second. Big Phil, what up, Big Phil? All I'm saying is, what I learned is just use your own judgment and just throw everything out the window. Throw everything out what people saying, throw out race, and just use your own basic opinion and then come to your own assumption. Stop following and listening to what everybody else say because what somebody said. Damn. That's what I be talking about when it's time to grow up. You grown and you still listen to what grown people say on face value. You don't look it up. You see things, act like you. That's my point. That's my main point. People see things when they want to see things. You'll see good works and act like you don't see it. Then you see people do bad shit in your face and you act like you don't see that too. This is what I be talking about. That's why I say I ain't got no time for this shit. When I be telling you I ain't got time for people, I told you. I debate your ass to death about sports. We could debate all day. I'll debate you about hip hop. But when it comes to politics, I ain't debating. When it comes to religion, I ain't debating. When it comes to history, I'm not debating. I'm not debating when it comes to truth. I'm not debating. But I debate you on hip hop and entertainment all day. That's why I say I just let a fool be a fool. That's my whole remedy. Because the people you'll see that think they're the most smart is actually the dumbest ones in the room. The loudest is the weakest. The one trying to be the smartest is the dumbest. Just follow that formula and you'll see what I'm saying. So my point is, if you don't like a person, don't like them because of what they did to you. Don't like them because of your reasons. Don't like somebody. Don't not like somebody because of what somebody said. Do your own homework. That happens all the time. You got people try to get you, they don't want you to come together with this person, so they're going to throw something out there. Yo, this, that, and the third. I hear you, but I'm going to see this for myself. And then when they prove me, then it is what it is. Guess what? You was right. But I'm just not listening to what somebody say. That's stupidity. Because that person telling you, they might have their own agenda on why they don't want you to deal with that person. And my point is what I learned, this is how you blow opportunities. You blow opportunities because sometimes somebody get in your ear to distract you from your opportunity. And that opportunity could have been just for you to do what you needed to do, but you listened to somebody else and blew your opportunity. That happens all the time. All I'm saying is judge people for yourself. And you shouldn't be mad at somebody that didn't do shit to you anyway. Stop caring about people that didn't do nothing to you. You want to get mad because of what they so-called did to somebody else, but it wasn't you, so what you mad for? And that's all I mean by that. Stop getting over emotional. It's all right to have opinion. Well, I'm reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine, written in 1776. We haven't gotten far. Shaking my head. See, I need to check up on that book. Thanks for that information, Natasha Jordan. Thank you. That's what it's about right there. I didn't know it was a book called Common Sense of 1776, but we do know about what? Independence Day, 1776. But the reason why I stress common sense so much because common sense is free and it was blessed upon you. And that's why they want you to think everything else in the world is smarter than you, and everything else is smart, this, smart, that, technology. They want you in all this shit and lose your common sense. And guess what? It already worked. Whatever God give you, they want to take. Whatever God say do, they want to reverse it. That's how the game works. This is how they told you he wants to sit in the seat of authority, and he want to sit up high up in the heavens and play a role that he the most high. But really, he faking the funk the whole time. That's what they do. So let me go to the scripture one more time for those that didn't get it the first time. I'm going to go to it one more time, and I'm going to get out of here. I think today was a decent episode. It was decent. Check it out. A false witness shall be punished, and a liar shall be caught. Meaning you can lie all day, you can entertain lies, you can perpetrate, you can cap, but you're going to get caught eventually. Also, if you're living a fake life, a double life, a triple life, you're trying to be something you're not, you'll be caught in your lies, you'll be exposed. And then you got people that make fortunes off of lies. So it tells you a fortune made by people who tell lies amounts to nothing and leads to death. Now, mind you, death could be a lot of things. Remember, death is not also physical. Death could be a miserable life. Death could be Nothing you try to do prospers. Nothing. You just a failure. Because you got a curse on you. Why? Remember you was telling all them fucking lies? Remember you was dealing with all that deceivement? Now you at a point where you're paying for what you did. And nothing you do gonna go right at all. And a lot of people are dealing with these consequences right now. In life. So that's why I told you, you ain't got to get mad at nobody. You ain't got to do nothing to nobody. You sit back and you let this thing called life kick their ass and watch and enjoy. Get you some popcorn and laugh. That's what I do. Because unless somebody put a finger on me or come in my space, I don't care about nobody and what they talking about. You understand? That's my point. Sometimes you got to let this thing called life kick people ass and laugh. Laugh at their ass. And like I say, enjoy yourself while you laughing at their demise. Because you understand it's the works of something greater. And you can get that, you get that confirmation when you see a wicked or somebody, whatever, getting their issue, getting their justice, getting their payback. That's when you understand that it's a higher power working out here. And you can sit back and let people do your work for you. You feel me? And the whole point of being a false witness, also, when you know a person is a liar and you sit there and keep entertaining a liar, that makes you a fucking liar. And therefore, you're going to pay for that too. That's why I don't entertain gossip. Like in the street, real life, a person trying to tell, I don't want to hear all that. Because I don't bear false witness. And that whole gossip and shit create bad luck. You don't believe me? Look at all the people that you knew in your whole life that all they do is gossip and gossip and gossip. Look at their life and what happened to go right for them. You'll see people that gossip and lie a lot. You'll see shit always fucked up for them. That's just how the shit works. They don't understand the universe that you get what you put in. All you do is put in lies and bullshit. That's all you're going to get back. You can't plant a seed and think that plant going to grow and you ain't even water it with truth. You water your shit with lies every day. Therefore, you get no growth. You get no production. You get what you get. Nothing. All this shit is science, but it's basic shit. But you'll see the people that's a victim, the people that's always going to die and suffer, they don't understand. They don't understand the world they living in. That's why they always going to suffer. But it's already been written. And you don't got to believe it or not. Who cares? Salute to my people, man. Thursday. We vibed out. Salute to the people in the building, in the bushes. What up? And everybody on the replay. But I just had to show y'all, man. Man, half of the things we dealing with was built on lies. We was built on lies to set us up for failure because they know you cannot build off of lies. That's why you had to get lied to about your history. You had to get lied to about every little thing you do. You had to get some lies put on you. That's why you stop people from growing. You stop people from prospering. You teach them in lies. This is why you believe Santa Claus when you was born. And then you got mad when you found out even to this day, you try to tell a kid ain't no Santa Claus, somebody gonna get mad at you. You was taught them, you was raised in lies. You still go out and worship Easter bunnies. You raised in lies. You love them. But that's how you was raised. Because when you want to make a person a slave, you raise them in lies. And then make sure they never know the truth. So that's why these niggas get paid to keep the lies going. Your people get paid to keep the lies going. That's why every couple of months, they got to pull a stunt. Pull a stunt. And that's what social media did for them, helping them to pull stunts. But Ja Rule is a good dude. I'm going to say that. Ja Rule is a good dude. Because after everything Ja Rule went through, he still stayed humble. Ja Rule is a cool dude. My point is, you could tell niggas' aura. Ja Rule is a cool dude. And Ja Rule is not always, he not that celebrity always trying to deceive us, always trying to tell us something or push an agenda. Ja Rule make his music, sing, he gone. That's it. That's what an entertainer's supposed to do. But you got to remember, man, a lot of these dudes like Puffy, man, Puffy a liberal, man. These dudes are liberals. Or should I say the liberals got him in pocket and got him under pressure. And he know he better do his job or he's going to have to pay a price. Russell knew that too. That's why Russell ran. So when they started up that whole smoke about white lives matter, all that was BS once again. All BS. I'm going to sit there right there. That's the real Puff. Salute to the chat. I touched on a few different things. What's up, Shay? That's right. There's nothing wrong with having imagination. The imagination is how you make, you know, Your imagination is what sparks creation. So that's why they say you got to see it to achieve it. If you don't got no imagination and can't visualize things, that means you ain't gonna get nowhere. You ain't gonna never get nothing done because you don't see yourself doing nothing better or going nowhere else in life. You just happy at what you're doing. So that's why I say you control your own life. That's part of what I be trying to tell you. People focus on the wrong things so much and make excuses and blame you. That's the reason why you can't get nowhere in life. You know how many people wake up bitter every day? You know how many people put on a front and the whole time they hate their life? Like I said, everybody ain't straight. But it's the ones that are straight and remain humble. They just live their life every day and continue on. So we did it again Thursday, y'all. Week flying fast. I'm going to be real. I don't even believe how tomorrow's Friday. It ain't registered in my head tomorrow's Friday. I pull up on Mondays. And I'm not going to lie to y'all. I don't even know how I'm going to get through the week. I look at the content. I be like, man, I don't even know how I'm going to get through today. I take it day by day. I be like, man, it's going to be a long week. Then somehow we make it through. So I be tripping off the shit for real. I'm like, how tomorrow Friday? It was just Monday. I was like, damn. But we did it again, y'all. We did it. Salute to the Funnel Fame Mafia. Everything y'all do, I appreciate. Everybody's loyal. Everybody is on it, man. Y'all bring the vibe. Look, I feed off y'all. Some of y'all say y'all feed off me, but I feed off y'all. We feed off each other because we family. I told you, we pull up over here, we family. I know that's my slogan. I'm going to stick by it. So that's why I don't like confrontation because I get in the op mode. You feel me? When I feel like it's smoke, I get in the opposition mode and I turn into the bad guy. So I want to say it. I'm going to say it again. I want to apologize to S-Dub. If you listen and you catch the replay, I did not mean to snap and come across to you that way. It was like a slight misunderstanding, but I got the picture. But I also told you we was just building and sharpening our sword. And that's what debating do sometimes. So debating going to make you do that. But I know the type of man I am. I'm not built for debates because I'm going to turn up too much. You know what I'm saying? That's me. And I don't want to offend nobody and come across the wrong way. So I want to apologize for yesterday when you know, if I got out of character with SW, I got a little too loud, whatever. I want to apologize. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want no misunderstanding. So I want to always be known that I appreciate my people. And I'm going to say it again. You don't have to agree with me at all. But my thing is just state your point. State your point. Say what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? But just don't make it like you directing it towards me in a certain way. Because I understand aggressive typing. You know why? I used to do the same shit. I used to be a troll on Twitter. I told y'all that. I used to troll celebrities. You feel me? Like, meaning I would say what I had to say. Like how I speak on YouTube, I would tweet Puffy and say what I had to say. And I'd be aggressive. And I used to be mass typing. So I know aggressive texting. I used to do the shit. So that's why I only call out what I see. And that's why I'm going to say it again for my people, get an avatar. So when you in the chat, there's no misconception. But I know all artists mental is Sean Dub, you know what I'm saying? But I told you, you got a Sean Dub and you got an S Dub. And you got, both of them got the same color page. So it be like that sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But I always want my people to understand that don't never take me wrong because I'm not on that type of time. But sometime when I be snapping, I be in the zone, but it's not directed towards nobody. And sometimes it do be anger from what's going on that's taking place. Because when you got to see this real shit playing out in your face and you know what's going on, that shit frustrating. Like I know everything they doing. And they get frustrated sometimes. Like when I know people dying and dead in Florida and it's flooded out, it pissed me off because I know what's going on. Then they want to play in my face and act like everything cool and want me to worry about some damn Puffy and Mase. That shit frustrating. You know why? Because they did the same thing when I was a kid. When we was young, they did the same shit. They still doing this. Like they won't let up. They won't take their foot off our neck with these lies and deceit. That's my point. So it's my job to speak against these fools. And I'm not worried about them, but every time they do some dumb shit, and I'm going to say something. When this nigga said Mase only did one album, this nigga straight lied. And I know the nigga lied. So what the hell am I not going to say nothing? No, because there's going to be somebody coming up in the game that's going to believe this dumb nigga. He's a coon. That's it. All Puffy going to do when he see the white man is smile and shake their hand and say, yes, sir. What you need me to do? You need me to get them to vote? Okay. He gonna do it. That's it. So he get online making them fake ass rants. That man be making fake ass rants. He ain't gonna say. You know how. Look, when you rich and you want to make a statement to them so-called white people that you ain't no slave, You start doing things for your people to piss them off. And they know they ain't going to do that. See that? They know what to do to piss them people off. You know how they piss them off? By helping their people. So therefore, that's why you see they're not going to go out their way to help you, because they don't want to get on the bad side of massa. This is why they don't build no affordable housing. It should, you right. We should look at all the rich entertainers. It shouldn't be no more projects. They should be the main ones building affordable housing for people that ain't got all the money. You understand? They should be having a cribs where you can move in, no money down. They can at least do that, shit like that. Basic shit, and still make their money. Instead of charging, 15 for the rent, they can charge a little 600. They got the bread, they're already rich. Make low-income housing for your people. Do something. They don't do nothing. So I don't got no love for none of them. Why? They could build what? Restaurant, not fuck a restaurant. They can build, they can get into farming, get land, get farmers, grow their own products, create their own supermarkets, and then make the prices fair so their people can come. They can promote fresh products in the hood, herbal store. It's so many different things they could do, and at the same time generate jobs. You see, they ain't gonna do nothing but buy a new car and tell you, buy my album, stream it. I'm going live. I'm going buy the ticket. Tickets on sale now. And what you gonna do? Run and go buy the shit. Same shit over and over again. You done seen Mary 5 times. You done seen Puffy 8 times. You done seen all these niggas 1,000 times. Heard their music 1,000,000 times, and you still run up under their ass. Why? Because you under mind control. That's it. Puffy know that too. Therefore, he ain't gonna stop. And he told you he ain't gonna stop. But what he ain't tell you, he ain't gonna stop brainwashing your ass. That's what he meant. He ain't gonna stop telling them lies. He ain't gonna stop deceiving you. You feel me? And we still don't know who killed Biggie to this day. You think that man put his money on an investigation and hired top-notch investigators? Private? Hell no. I'm gonna leave that alone. Anyway, salute to everybody. Chris Miller, what's up? What's up, Sassy? I see the bros in here today. Everybody in here today. That's what's up. Nevin Reed, what up? Unique, what's up, Unique? Coco. Good morning, Coco. Have a good day at work. Salute everybody that's here. Miss Danielle Walker, what's up? Danielle is a soldier. She always gonna pull up. Hopefully you resting up, because we know you had to have that little surgery. Hopefully you good. But I mean, you always been strong, so I know you're gonna be all right. But I understand how it is out here. You know what I'm saying? When you out here, you trying to do everything, and you got things you got to deal with. It's a lot. It's a lot of pressure out here. It's a lot of pressure, man. But like I said, only the strong gonna survive. That's just what it is. I think that's what they're doing now. I think part of what they're doing now is to see who's gonna come out to be the diamonds in America. Who's gonna be the diamonds? Who's gonna be thrown in the trash? That's what I think they're doing. That's my opinion. They have done this thing throughout time and history. And it's a fact. It's a saying where that come from, only the strong survive. Because when you battle test it and you make it through, they say, yeah, that's the ones right there. That's just how it works. The weak will perish. It's already been written. I don't even think they're rich. I think they got unlimited credit until they mess up. That's a fact. That's why they got to run with that black card. That's a fact. That's right. That's a fact. That's why they can't go and they can't just go in the bank and take out their bread. They don't work like that. Puffy can't just go to the bank and take out a Billy. I mean, I'm talking about, like, if you look, you see that director when he try to take out what 10,000, he got flagged. Yeah, when they try to take their bread, they get flagged. You know why? Because the powers that be want to know what the fuck you about to do with that money. Where you going? Oh, that's why you got to say, I'm about to buy a car. I'm about to buy a mansion. You can't say I'm about to build new water in Mississippi. I'm about to put a whole new water system. They can't move like that. And y'all know they got money to build a whole new water system in Mississippi right now. Y'all know that. But no, people want to blame it on Brett Favre for stealing money. But what about the people that got money that ain't trying to help their people, period? That's the blame game. You seen Jay-Z build water, and you seen Jay-Z and Oprah build water in Africa. What did they do in Mississippi in the water brown right now? Flint water corrupt right now. Florida water dirty right now. What did they do right here? Y'all tell me that. But they went to Africa, didn't they? And then right after that, you heard about how girls was getting touched on and finessed and abused at that school she built, right? But you ain't hear nothing else about it, did you? Told you they play these games again, and again. In 2022, their games are over with. I'm breaking the spells. That's what I'm doing. I'm breaking the spells and showing you that they nobody. They niggas ain't nobody. Only thing difference in you is what's said right here. They just got unlimited credit. They got better credit than you. They can get anything on the arm. And what's called on the arm meaning they can go ask for anything and get it. He can go to the Lamborghini lot and they're gonna give him the car. Why? That's puffy. Why? He's promoting the car. He's gonna get us sales, and he can pay us the money when he feel like it. Matter of fact, we'll just loan it to him. That's how they use it. That's how they play the game. They get to a level, but they get everything free. That's how the rich get rich and the poor. Did I not break down? Did we not talk about how the rappers that did the PPP loan and entertainers, they had to pay it back? That's how the rich get richer. That's a game they play. They get shit on credit. They get shit for free and stack their bread. Because most of them know most of their money got to go to taxes. So they make sure they got their tax money straight. And everything else, they get free clothes. Let me break down something to you about, I meant to tell you the other day about the Beehive. I'm going to show y'all the magic they work with the Beehive. Well, that whole Beyonce Beehive shit. Who sits in the Beehive? The Queen Bee, right? The Queen Bee has the flunkies doing all the work all day. She got no nature. The men bees, all the bees, they get the honey all day and the queen bee chilling. Now you see why Beyonce sit up all day and let the Beehive do all her work. They do all her work online. They do all the trolling. They're the ones that create influence. The Beehive. Those little bees that be buzzing around Beyonce, well, those are the ones created to function around the queen bee because she crowned herself the queen. I already broke that down, but you'll see she understands magic. So being that she the queen bee, she keep them little birds, them little bees buzzing around all day in the Beehive. But that's what real bees do. The queen sits up and let the other bees do the work. Now you see why she calls herself Queen Bee and the Beehive? And now you see why all of you hear everybody scared of the Beehive. It ain't nothing but people doing her dirty work. That's under her influence. That's all that is. It ain't nothing. She's a nobody. But this internet made everything even ground. It's the internet that made shit appear more than what it is. And the media, and the internet also made it where you can downplay something from what it really is. That's why I keep telling my people, I swear, if you want to really know about mind control and games, you have to watch Manchurian Candidate with Denzel Washington. You got to watch it. And you'll see at the end how they was playing with the computer. When that man shot up the building, he did the killing, and basically at the headquarters, they went on the video and edited that nigga out the goddamn camera, showing you they was doing that shit back then. Manchurian Candidate came out like 2003, 4. What I mean, they can make you look like you killed some shit, put you on a camera, and you wasn't even there. Then you could have been there and killed some shit. They can erase you out the damn footage. That's what I've been know about these camera games and these internet games. I'm telling you, you got to watch Manchurian Candidate with Denzel Washington for those who want to know about MK Ultra mind control. They showed you how you take a man, turn him into a killer, brainwash him. He don't even know who the fuck he is, and you can make him kill. He don't even know what the fuck he did. They showed it in the damn movie. And that was a remix because the first one was with Marlon Brando. You got to understand. I understood this years ago. Whenever Hollywood bring out a movie, they showing you something. They wasn't putting millions of dollars into these movies for nothing. It was about showing you shit. Agendas. What has happened, what's to come. But when you see Manchurian Candidate, they'll show you that what? The so-called 3-letter people, they've been had that technology or that same shit you got on your phone right now. Green screen. Everything on your fucking phone was first federal. Why you think you got to have the FCC involved with your cell phone? They got to prove what goes out. My point is, that's all the old technology. I told you that already. GPS, that shit go back to the 70s. Internet, that shit old. It was all military. And they've been through the technology of green screen and all of that. Well, they can do that to this day. They can make it look like you walked and robbed the goddamn bank with that goddamn footage. In the same way, if you did some dirt and robbed the bank, they can take your picture out and make it like you was never there. Man, they showed you that shit, man. That's why I say I've been woke up with a lot of this shit. But I'm telling my people, if you ain't see it, you got to see that movie. That movie will clarify a whole lot. When you keep hearing about MK Ultra and you keep hearing about, you'll see that most of these dudes are under the same fucking program. And that's why I told y'all that none of this shit ain't no secret no more. Ain't no more secrets. That's another thing I want to prove to y'all. Another thing I want to prove to y'all about these secrets and hidden knowledge and all of that. How it work? Y'all notice, right? Boom. When certain information is not supposed to be known, what does it get labeled as? Classified, right? It's things in America that are classified to this day that you ain't never gonna know. Like who really killed JFK, who really killed Martin. You know, certain things. Y'all know about the classified files. There's certain things you ain't never gonna know. But why the hell you think all this internet shit had Illuminati, rituals? Why you think all this shit was online? Because they wanted you to know. And they wanted to influence a lot of people. Because if they didn't want you to know about these oaths and rituals, all that would have remained classified documentation. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all, man, they play games like that. They understand that that world has transitioned over as well. They was exposing their own people when they put out all that shit online. Because they also understood that a lot of people that were under the oath wasn't doing their job. They also understand a lot of them that was under oath fell victim, got weak, started going astray, and Satan had to put his minions in order. So he started exposing his own minions and putting all their information online as well to bring them down to a normal level and expose them of their rituals and the things they do in Hollywood. Man, he sanctioned all of that. Why? If they didn't want it known, they would have kept it all classified like they've been doing. Why you think in the 80s, you ain't know shit about the Illuminati? You ain't know nothing about it in the 90s. Oh, that shit been around for hundreds of years. You ain't know about none of half this shit going on until it hit the what? Internet. And it hit the internet because that's what they wanted it to do. And they knew a lot of people will be brainwashed and want to go join the lodge. They know a lot of people will want to get a deal and suck some you know what and get on their knees. They was promoting the shit. The whole time they promoting it. They was trying to teach the youth what they got to do to get in the game. So when we thought the Illuminati, or we thought they was being exposed for these gay rituals, they was actually promoting it and predictive programming the young people to say, look, you want to be a star? All you got to do is this ritual right here. All you got to do is, they was promoting this shit the whole time. All you got to do is do a sacrifice, bro. You straight. That's why they put it out there on the internet for everybody to know. And then what you see, most of these rappers, the young boys, you started seeing sacrifices happen around them. You started seeing certain gay activity around them. Why? Because it was already promoted online. That's what you got to do to be a star. You got to do something fruity. You got to take a life. Allegedly, but you've seen it play out because they wanted it out there. That's my point. They wanted it all out there. That's what I'm telling y'all. There's no more secrets. And the only secrets they're going to remain classified. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Ain't nothing new out here. That's why they say ain't nothing new under the sun. Or Illuminati probably not what we think it is. It's probably spiritual, aligning with your chakras. Exactly. The thing I learned about life, the whole trick is to always get you to look outside yourself. That's why you see people look outside, they never look within. All your answers, all your pressures, everything is already within you. But you're going to spend your whole life looking outside. That's the game. It's crazy, right? The same way, the outside is the light, but inside of you is the darkness. You can't see inside your damn body. They say if you can see inside your body, you'll pass out and die. Inside your body is dark. That is the darkness. Your mind exists in darkness. But when you bring out a thought, you take that thought and bring it to the light. So within darkness exists good and evil. It's just that some people only choose to live in darkness and bring out darkness and live in darkness. That's why people are wicked. Those are the wicked people. But all of us got darkness in us. We all got that to us. So that's why that's the saying, ain't nobody perfect. And don't nobody make mistakes. That's bullshit. You see that? Because we all got evil in us, all of us, every last one of us. The thing is, everybody don't fall a victim to that shit. Everybody, or some people strive every day not to be wicked. That's called when you're on that righteous path, because you know you ain't all the way there, but each and every day you're trying to take that step to stay right. And then you're always going to see what? Somebody always trying to make you go left. And that's an everyday fight. That's why in life you ain't never just straight. Because every day, what? You're going to get tested. It's always going to be something or somebody. It could be a bill. You just get a bill in the mail. You're like, this shit you know what I'm saying? You might feel it's going to be things going to occur. You driving, somebody trying to cut you off. You in a store, somebody say something crazy. It's always going to be that evil entity trying to infiltrate on you. And once you know the game, you say, you know what? Man, that shit ain't about nothing, because I already know what type of time they on. And you just keep it going. That's what I do. That's all that shit is about. But evil always going to exist, so don't worry about no damn evil. Evil is weak for real. It's weak. That's why they say a man that deals with With that behavior, he dealing with his lower self. He dealing with his weaker self. And the people that run the world, they deal with their higher self. That's why they run the game, because they just use their mind all day. They sit back and manipulate shit. They sit back and study analytics. They study analytics. They study what? Algorithms. They study what? Public opinion. They study behavior. They study socialism. They study everything all day. They watch and observe. They don't do a lot of talking. And that's the key with the Illuminati and these so-called lodges, is to do more listening and not no talking. The thing is, most people do a lot of talking and they don't listen enough. That's why I was told you're supposed to listen twice as much as you run your mouth. I keep telling y'all that. So if you think I talk a lot, I don't talk a lot in real life. I only talk a lot on the internet for 2 hours. In real life, I don't talk a lot. I listen more than I run my mouth. That's why in real life, I'm considered to be a cool type of dude. I'm not arrogant. I don't run my mouth. I be chilling. I like to chill. That's what I do. I'm more quiet and observant. Especially if I'm around somewhere I don't know, people I don't know, I'm quiet. I'm straight. I'm gonna let you know I'm good, but I'm gonna be quiet. I don't do a lot of talking in real life. Only with people I'm cool with, I'm comfortable with. And in certain environments, I talk, but I don't talk a lot in real life. I'm mostly quiet thinker, observer, and I be thinking about a lot of stuff in my head a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's what I be doing. But we neither here nor there enough for me. Salute to y'all. Y'all make it happen. What up, Mike Flame? Jamila, what's up, Jamila? Thank y'all all again. I know it's drying up out here, but hey, we're gonna still make it happen. Like I said, I don't even know how I be getting through these shows. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not getting no motivation from this internet stuff. Like, no, it's entertainment stuff. It's not motivating me right now. You know, it's just not. And then you got, you know, YouTube play their YouTube games. You see, they'll make you glitch and make you trend when they want to. They'll slow you down. They want to slow you down. Like, I know the games they play. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at the end of the day, they got a media blackout on certain things, and only certain people are permitted to go viral right now and be in the limelight. Other than that, man, it ain't really nothing going on. So thanks again for pulling up. I touched on a lot of different topics, so hopefully everybody, you know, get an opinion or, you know, get something out the deal. Other than that, y'all, for No Fame Line, episode 281. Shout out to everybody. Nothing but love. Holla at y'all. Y'all know tomorrow Friday, TGIF. And y'all know how I do on Friday. Other than that, y'all have a good one. Y'all stay right. Y'all stay blessed. Also, salute the Wax Dog for constantly pushing the brand. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all of y'all that continue to support on all levels and staying down. Other than that, y'all, I'm out. One.